Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me okay? Good. Hi, Jen.
Hey, Joanna. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. You look great. I'm super excited for this class.
Yay. I'm so glad you're taking it.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait. Oh, look at all the people coming in. I'm going to mute myself. Okay, Joanna?
Okay, sounds good. Hi, everyone. My name is Joanna, if I haven't met you yet. And I strongly encourage you, if you feel up to it, to turn your videos on. That way I can provide a little bit more personalized instructions and adjustments throughout the class. Hi. I also have some light music running in the background. Can anyone hear that? Or should I turn it up a little bit?
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it at all. Okay, I'm just gonna play around with, normally I don't use music for Pilates, so I'll just turn it up a tad here. How about now? Can you hear it a little bit? Okay.
Yep.
We'll just keep it low for today's class. Another thing I just wanted to mention before we get started today, these are totally optional, but if you have a set of light weights, you can use these. If not, no worries at all. You can just use your own body weight. So I always have these as an option, but if you don't have them, you can grab soup cans, water bottles, anything like that. And we'll just give it one more minute and then we'll get started. Is everyone enjoying their 2021 so far? Yeah, I see a couple nods. That's awesome. It's hard to believe we're in a whole new year already. All right, so we're gonna get started. So let's come onto our mat and we'll start in a 4-point position. So what that means is your hands are coming underneath your wrists, or sorry, hands underneath shoulders, knees are coming underneath the hips. And we'll just start with our weights off to the side. I'm just gonna do one more sound check when I get down on my mat, just to make sure you can hear me from there. Can you just put your thumb up if you can hear me still? Okay, great, awesome, thanks. So we're gonna come into our 4-point position, just like this with a neutral pelvis. And we're just gonna start with a few cat and cow flows to mobilize our spine. So let's come up to a cat, arcing the spine, articulating through the vertebrae as we press the hands into the mat. Good, and then arcing the spine in the other direction, and then turning your gaze towards the wall and ceiling. Okay, we're gonna keep that flow going. Nice and slow to start. Good, now here I really want you to tune into your breath. So inhale as you arc up. Good, and then exhale on your way out. Awesome. Okay, let's do 2 more here. Beautiful, and then coming back to a neutral pelvis, so your back is going to be fairly flat here. We're going to walk the knees back a little bit. So they're a little bit, they're not under your hips anymore. It's almost like we're in a supported or modified plank here. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold back onto our heels, reach those arms forward, and then come back up to that supported plank position. So getting into a little bit more shoulder stability. So same thing with the breath here. Make sure it's flowing. Okay, now we have a little add-on. So you can either stay here or add on with a tricep push-up. So we're coming down. So when we reach that modified plank, we're bringing the elbows toward the side ribs, coming down, push up. Good, and then we fold back, glutes to heels. Good, come up, press down. And if you'd like to make this even more challenging, you can untuck those toes, take a full push-up. But in Pilates, the one difference here is we're not taking a wide push-up like this. We're coming in nice and tight, so we're really getting into those triceps a little bit more. Good, so now we're gonna combine our cat and cow flows with this movement. So we're gonna come back. Now, as you come up to your modified plank, we're gonna come through cat, articulating through the spine, and then landing where we started. So push up, press back, ripple up through the spine, kind of like you're making a wave with your body. Keeping those elbows nice and close. Let's do 2 more. Okay, last one here. Nice, and then we're gonna bring our knees in back to our 4-point or quadruped position, right where we started. So now we're gonna take our right leg behind us. So we're gonna send it out long. You want your hips to be shining down to the mat, kind of like 2 headlights. Your wrists are under your shoulders. So we're gonna start by lifting that leg up and down. Reach it up and down. So instead of a kicking motion, think about extending through the toe, stretching behind the knee. And your gaze is straight down here. So you want to think about energy coming out through the crown of your head. Okay, let's go for 4. Awesome. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna lift the leg up, little pulses, so up an inch, down an inch. Your hips are still square to the mat. Okay, let's go for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna hold here. So you have the option of dropping your leg for this next one or leaving it lifted for an extra challenge. We're gonna add on that tricep push-up. So we're gonna come down. Same thing we did before. Our leg is lifted. We're hinging from the hips and pressing up. Good. So now it's a little more challenging. We're getting into the core here, as well as the triceps with that lifted leg. Awesome. Let's take 4, 3, okay, 2, and 1. Coming up to hold, we're gonna bend to 90 degrees. So leave the knee lifted to hip height and then extend the legs, getting into our hamstring. Gaze is still straight down. Now let's add on here so we really activate the hamstring. Let's flex our foot on the way in and then point it as we extend. Good. And remember where your breath is. Are you still breathing? That is so important in Pilates. Good. For 4, 3, nice, 2, and 1. We're going to bring everything in. Widen the knees a little bit. We're going to press back into a shell stretch, which is essentially the same thing as a child's pose. We're just widening the knees a little bit more to get into our glutes. You can rock side to side here. And then we're coming back up to our 4-point position. We're going to take that same leg we were just working behind us. So right leg. Now we're going to grab onto one of our weights if you have it handy. If not, no worries. We're going to reach up so your palm is facing toward the ceiling. Reaching up just above the hip line here to engage those triceps. And then tapping the floor. So we reach and tap. Good, so same thing here. You can either keep that leg lowered or you can add a lift with that arm. Awesome. Let's go for 4. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it in. And we're going to switch sides. So bringing our left leg back, we're going to do that whole thing. Other side. So setting up, making sure the hips are square to the mat. We're going to start with our lift and lower. Lift, lower. Good. So it's really important here to keep a micro bend in the elbow. You don't want to hyperextend here because that tends to lift the shoulders. Soft elbows. Good. Reaching for the wall behind you with your toe. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lifting up to pulse here. Awesome. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the leg up. We're going to dip down with bending the arms, coming into that tricep push-up, hinge forward, press up. Good stuff. You can always take this a little faster if you're maybe a little bit more advanced in Pilates or you've been practicing for a little longer. You can speed it up or you can just take it at your own pace, whatever's feeling good for you today. Okay, let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're gonna hold up. We're gonna start that tricep, or sorry, not tricep, hamstring. We're gonna bend the leg into 90 degrees and extend. Then adding with the heel, flexing and pointing as you extend. Good, flex and point. Should I just take it slow? Nice, let's go for 4, 3, beautiful, 2, working so hard to move forward, and 1. Let's bring everything down. Widen the knees a little bit. Press back into your shell stretch. Reach the arms forward. And you can rock side to side if that feels good on your hips. Nice. Coming back up to our 4-point. And then we're going to extend our leg. Same leg that was just working. Option to grab that weight. We're working with the other arm. I'm just going to flip so you can see my working side a little bit more. So we're going to lift the arm above the hip height and tap it down. Good. Lift and tap. And then option to add your leg. Should I just take it slow? Beautiful. When I just want to run. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Drop your weight. Take another child's pose or shell stretch. Press back. Awesome. And we're going to come up to stand now. So doing a little bit of standing work with our weights. I'm just going to adjust my screen so you can see me a little bit better. Good. Okay. So again, weights are totally optional. We're going to bring our feet about hip distance apart. And we're just going to start with our weights down by our side. Palms are facing our body. We're going to resist as we lift up. Just to shoulder height and down. Good. Up and down. Awesome. So try not to go above the shoulders like this. We're just stopping. Shoulders, bringing them down. You'll actually feel your shoulder blades draw together as you lift up. We're gonna add a lift. So lifting our heels as we come up and down. So working on our stability here. Stability and strength. So coming up for a balance, this challenges our core a lot more. And this is totally optional, so you can just stay with that arm movement if it feels better for you. Good. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're gonna hold up for a little balance here. We're gonna add some little circles. So circles to the front. You will keep going here. You want your circle to be about the size of my ball, which is kind of like the size of an orange or a grapefruit. So really small. We're just stirring our bone in the socket here. 4, 3, 2, and 1 to the back. Keeping those heels nice and lifted. Get into the front again. Get into the back for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Coming down, shaking it out if you need a little shake. Sometimes we do. And then we're coming into a squat. So I'll show you from the side. We're keeping our feet about hip distance apart. We're hinging from the hips. So I'm kind of in this kind of lightning bolt position. You want your knees to be tracking over your toes. We're going to take our arms, sweep them to 45 degrees, and then send them back over the hip line. Good. So feeling those triceps again. So instead of swinging the arms, think about really resisting. Press back and release. And then option to come up on the balls of your feet for an added challenge. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're gonna hold up, lifting those arms above the hip line. We're gonna open to an A-frame and close. So we open, close. So it looks like this with the arms. Your palms are facing up. You're in this tilted position, hinging from the hips, and you can either bring those heels up for an extra challenge or you can keep them down. Good, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, drop those heels down if they're lifted. We're gonna sweep the arms forward to 45 degrees, coming up for a row. So from the front, it looks like this. We come up, high elbows, come down, reach the arms to 45. Lift up, down, up, down. So we're hitting that squat position that we were just in. Sending those hips back. Beautiful. Let's go for 8, 6, nice, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, coming down, taking a nice big shoulder roll on your way up. Let's do 2 more of these. Dropping low, reaching the shoulders all the way up to the earlobes. Good, and coming all the way down, dropping our weights off to the side. And we're coming into a lunge with our right foot forward. So I'll show you from the side what that looks like. Our back leg is stretched. We're on our right foot, heel is down, our knee is tracking over top of second and third toe. We're gonna hinge forward to a flat back. Good, and come all the way up. Hinge down, and reach it up. So your bottom part of your body is not moving. You're just hinging from the hips, reaching the crown of the head forward. And then maybe if this is feeling like, okay, you got this, grab onto those weights. Add a little bit more challenge for your balance. So we're gonna sweep those weights down and over the hips, and then up. Okay, taking 4. Nice, 3. Beautiful, 2. The last one coming all the way up. We're gonna flip the palms forward. We're gonna dip that back knee down. So 90 degrees with the legs. We come down, stretch both legs up. We're gonna add a bicep curl with the arms. So your elbows are pinned to your side body. Good, really nice work. Getting low and then stretching everything up. We have 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Good, we're gonna hold down here. Bring the hands into the chest, high elbows, little pulse. Up an inch, down an inch. Maybe lifting those arms up over the shoulders. Keeping the shoulders down. Okay, let's go for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take the arms down. step it in, shake it out. We're gonna turn to the other side. So whatever foot you didn't have in front, we're gonna start with that foot on the other side. So for me, that's left. We're coming down, hinging forward. Remember, you can do this with or without your weights, and coming back up. Good, so keep going here. You wanna pretend when you're down that someone's almost pulling you from the crown of your head. So you're thinking about that nice long alignment. Good, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're gonna dip down with that back leg. Coming into our lunge for our split squat and stretching up, flipping those palms forward and adding that bicep curl down and up. Good stuff. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming down to hold, bringing those arms into the chest, little pulses up an inch, down an inch. Almost there. Feeling those quads. Let's go for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach those arms up, shoulders down, hold, and step it in. Nice. We're gonna take a quick stretch here, a standing stretch for our quads. So if you wanna hold on to something nearby, you can do that, or you can try and balance here. So we're gonna take our left foot behind, knees together. Good, option to lift that right arm up, balance. Stretching out our quad, good, and then switching sides, right leg comes back. Keeping those knees together. I also like to think about pressing my hips forward here, and that just deepens the stretch through the quad. Nice. Okay, we're gonna do some arm work standing. So again, option to use those weights if you wanna amp things up a little bit. We're coming into a wide stance. So if you've ever done bar or ballet, it's a second position. So we're externally rotating from the hip like this. I'm just gonna fix my screen so you can see my feet here. Grabbing our weights, one in each hand. Good, so we're externally rotating from the hip. We're coming down to bend. Our back is straight, so I want you to imagine you're sliding up and down the wall. Let's take the hands to heart center here, and then stretch up. Good, bend down, keeping those knees nice and wide. They're tracking over top of the feet. Good, and again, feel free to pick that pace up a little bit. So unlike a squat where we are sending the hips back in space, with this position, we are coming straight down, straight up. So our back is staying nice and straight. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, coming down, holding here, bringing our arms to 90 degrees. I'm starting a little pulse, up an inch, down an inch. Good. So try not to dip those elbows too low here. stretch it up. So on this next one, we stretch and then we tap our weights overhead, coming down. Good, stretch it up and bring it down. Nice, getting nice and low. So we are working in our external rotation right now, which is very important for hip mobility. Good, we have 4, 3, nice, 2, and 1. Good, coming down, holding. We're gonna flip those palms down to the mat and up, down, up. So I'm gonna come a little closer and show you that action with the elbow, or sorry, with the shoulder. Yeah, exactly, good. And we're also staying low, so working the lower body, the quads. Nice, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, last one, we're flipping those palms up to the ceiling. We're gonna stretch the legs as we take a bicep curl. High bicep curl this time. So we're keeping our elbows and shoulders in line. Sink low, stretch it up. Yes, good. Beautiful, let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding low. We're gonna bend those elbows a little bit more, so kind of like we're making a W shape. We're gonna cross our left arm in front, open, cross right, open. So you're opening to about a V. You're not opening all the way to the side. So just like that. How are our arms feeling? Or our upper body, are we feeling that? Nice. Let's go for 4. So this is targeting our pecs. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it all up. Step it in. Roll the shoulders up and back a couple times. Just like we did before. Always love a good shoulder roll. Okay, we're coming down to our mat again. We're gonna lie on our back this time. Just making sure you can see me. All right, so your weights are coming to the side. Feet are out in front of us, and we're coming all the way down. Good. Once you're here, just reach those arms overhead. Take a deep inhale. Expand the ribs. And then exhale, bring those arms down. Good. As you press through the space, feel resistance. So don't just flail your arms up and bring them down. You'd actually press, feel those muscles working. Okay, let's go for 2. Awesome, last one. Good, so now we're gonna come into a bit of a bridge series. So we're gonna walk our feet in a little bit closer to our glutes. The whole time we wanna keep our legs hip distance apart. And I want you to imagine, if you've worked with one of those Pilates mini balls, the little inflatable balls, I want you to imagine you have one of those between your knees right now, and you're pressing in on it. So you're feeling inner thighs, those adductor muscles working. We're gonna place our hands down by our side in an A-frame. Heeling the back up, hips lift as high as you can without opening the ribs, and then coming down. And so we lift up and down, up, down. Now if you want a little bit more of a challenge, grab onto those weights, lift the hands over the shoulders, your imaginary ball here. We have 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, we're gonna lift up. We're gonna pulse down for 3. So we're not gonna touch the mat here. We're gonna come down about halfway, pulse for 3, 2, 1, and then lift up all the way. 3, 2, 1, lift. So getting into our biggest glute muscle, our glute max. That muscle that runs along our back side. Good. 4, 3, 2. Nice. Last one here. We're gonna hold it up. We're gonna bring those arms down. Drop your weights for a second. Take your hands into an A-frame again. And we're gonna transfer our weight onto our left leg, lifting the right leg up to a tabletop. So knees over the hip. We're gonna tap the toe down. Good. Tap, lift. So we're hinging from the hip. We're planting into our left heel. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna cross that leg over as if we're gonna do a figure 4 stretch. We're gonna drop the hips down halfway and lift up. So we're keeping our right knee open to the side. Still lifting. Lifting those hips as high as we can. Good. Taking 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Uncrossing. Rolling all the way down, hugging the knees into the chest for a second before we go into the other side. So you can rock side to side here if that feels good. Take a couple of breaths. Then we're going to plant the feet again in the same position. Imagine your ball here, squeezing, activating inner thighs. We're peeling up, lifting those hips high. We're taking our left leg to tabletop, tapping down, and up. Good. Be pressing through the back of your arm. Okay, so we have 3, 2, and 1. Crossing the leg over. We're coming down halfway, lifting those hips all the way. And again, we're working our hip mobility here in this externally rotated position. Yes, you got it. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, coming all the way down, uncrossing, taking the knees into the chest, rocking side to side. We're gonna grab onto those weights again, and we're coming into a little bit more lower abdominal work. So we're lifting our hands over the shoulders, lifting the legs right over the hips, and really try to stretch behind those knees. From here, we're gonna drop our left arm back to a hover. Right leg comes down to a hover. So we're working in opposition. And then we bring everything up all at once. Other side, so we come down. Trying to 2 count to start. So this is kind of like a dead bug type of exercise. Good, reaching long from your fingers all the way through your heel. Good, you've got it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, coming up, taking our right leg down, left arm back. We're pulsing up an inch, down an inch. So arm and leg for 8, 6, good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all up. Other side, right arm, left leg. Pulse it up. Up an inch, down an inch for 8, 6. Energy through the right heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it in. Bring the legs down to the mat. And we're going to press up into an ab curl. So curling up, shoulder tips off the mat. We reach those arms forward as we lift the upper body. And then coming all the way down, arms come over the shoulders. Good. So we lift up. So kind of like a crunch here with our arms extended. And if the weights aren't feeling good for you, you can drop them down. Good. Let's go for 8. Nice. 4, 3, 2. Holding up on this last one. We're going to open those arms to an A-frame. Close it in. If you need to lower the head down, you can do that at any time. Open, close, open, close. Good. So that action with the arm is kind of like you're spreading butter on a piece of toast, keeping it nice and level for 8. Good. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming all the way down, reaching those arms over the shoulders. This time we're taking a modified roll up. So you're going to pretend those heels are anchored into the mat. Tucking chin to chest. Rolling all the way up to seated. Nice. And then we're going to tuck the chin to chest. Coming into a C curve, calling out the abdominals. Slowly, slowly, slowly lowering down. Reaching those arms over the shoulders. Good. Let's go again. For 3. Curling through, articulating through the spine. Nice. 2. And 1. Good. On this next one, we're coming up. We're going to bring the arms into the chest, or actually, weights are going to be on your shoulders like this, kind of like you're about to box or something. I've never boxed, so I don't know how that looks. I probably look really silly right now. We're going to take our heels onto the mat like this. We're hinging back, so at about 45 degrees. We're going to twist as we reach our right arm up and kind of like punch it up to the ceiling. And then back to center, twist. Good. So reach and twist. Working those obliques, and again, taking it a little faster if you'd like more of a challenge here. Beautiful. Let's go for 8. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming all the way up. Use that core. We have one more big core exercise, then we're gonna do some sideline work before we finish off. So I'm gonna show you the arm movement first. So we are gonna come back into that hinge position with the body, but our arms are gonna basically trace an M. So we're starting with our hands into our chest like this. We're reaching up, we're lowering the arms down to our side, and then we're reaching up, bringing them back in. So there's your arm movement. So let's take that seated shape again. We're hinging back to 45. Heels are into the ground. We're reaching up. I have to move away from my fireplace. And then coming in. So this is option one. Option two is lift both legs up. Good. Notice how that challenges your core a little bit more with the legs lifted. Nice. Option three, maybe you want to straighten the legs. Good. Taking 3. Beautiful. 2. We have a little break coming up. Last one. Taking those legs down, bottoms of the feet together, and just folding forward, rounding out the spine, letting the head go. Awesome stuff. Just do whatever feels good for your body to reset. And then we're gonna come onto our right side. So lying down, our legs are gonna be stacked, hips are stacked, heels are in line with our glutes. So my legs are kind of making, I'd say, a triangle shape like this. I'm coming down onto my hands and then lifting up through my side body. So you shouldn't feel like you're sinking into the mat here. We're really keeping that core engaged. Upper hand is on the hip. We're coming into a clam. So pretend your heels are glued together. We open the knee up to the ceiling and close. Good. Open, close. So again, working our external rotation, our hip mobility, which is the theme of today's class. Good, so this exercise, other than working on our hip mobility, this is really targeting our abductor muscles, which are all the muscles in our outer glute and thigh. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're gonna open into our clam. Now we're gonna release the heels or the toes from each other. We're gonna internally rotate. So knee is coming to knee, and then heel is coming to heel. So we're internally rotating that top leg, externally rotating. Good, so we tap and tap. You got it, good. And I always say this internally rotated position, it always feels a little bit awkward at first. Okay, let's go for 4. Getting into those glutes. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're coming heel to heel again. All we're going to do is we're going to pretend from our knee up is frozen. We're just going to extend the lower part of our leg, bend it in, extend and reach, bend. Good. So try to keep the thigh really still. It's hard. It doesn't look hard, but it's one of those really tricky exercises that creeps up on you. Nice. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna take knee to knee now. Flex the top foot. We're gonna press through the meaty center of our heel. Stretch the knee and then bend it back in. Good, stretch and bend. So now we're really feeling this glute fire up. So your heel, when you extend, it should be in line with your glute. And then we're coming back to that internally rotated position. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, coming all the way down. We're gonna press ourselves up to a seated position. And we're gonna come into a side bend. So your top leg is gonna come in front of your bottom leg like this. We're gonna take our bottom arm out slightly. So it's not gonna be quite under your shoulder. It's gonna be extended just a little bit because we are gonna come up into a side plank or side bend. So let's come up to our side plank, keeping the front foot or the foot that's on top in front of us. And then we reach up, lift those hips high, and then fold all the way down, bending the elbow into the hip. Okay, let's go for 3. Nice. 2, reach it up. And as a modification, you can just hold and do this arm motion instead of lifting the hips up if you would like that option. Okay, and coming all the way down. Nice. And let's turn onto the other side. So I'm just going to swivel my hips over, the simplest way to get to the left side. And then I'm going to come all the way down. My legs are stacked, heels are in line with my glutes, and I'm resting my head on my hand like this. Upper hand is on our hip. We're going to open, pretend those heels are glued together. Notice how it feels on the other side. Maybe it's a little different. We usually have one side that feels better than the other or that's stronger than the other. Just be mindful of that when you're moving today. Get 3, 2, and 1. Opening up. We're going to detach the heels, internally rotate, tap knee to knee, externally rotate, heel to heel. Good, so starting to feel that other side. Yeah, let's take 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leaving our leg externally rotated, knees up to the ceiling as much as it can be. Our top of the leg is frozen. We're going to extend the bottom leg, bring it in. Good, reach it long and in. So in this shape, think about reaching through your toes, really pointing them, stretching behind your knee, making a nice long line with your leg. Good, for 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're going to internally rotate this time. Flex the top foot, press through your heel, reach away, draw the knee in. Good, reach, bring it in. you're feeling your glute right about now. I sure am. And we're gonna do a nice stretch at the end of class. So we're gonna stretch out all the muscles we worked today. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it all in. Push yourself up to a seated position. Top leg is going to come in front of the bottom leg. Our left arm is coming slightly away from under our shoulder, and we're going to use this arm to push up to our side bend. So again, you have that option of just doing this arm movement as a first step. Second option is to come into your side plank, push yourself up, front leg, your top leg is coming in front. We're lifting the hips up, making an arc with our body, and then drawing the elbow in as we come to that seated position. Good, use your arm to help you here. Nice, we have 2. Last one here. Lift those hips high. Beautiful, and we're coming all the way down. Nice work. All right, now we've come to our stretch. So we're gonna lie onto our back. Roll all the way down. Just let your body settle into the mat. Legs are long, arms are reaching over our head. And just getting a nice stretch through our midsection. So I want you to pretend someone is pulling you in either direction here. So you're getting longer. And I always feel, it's so funny to say, but I always feel taller and longer after I do a Pilates class. Good, we're gonna draw our right knee into the chest. Stretching out our hip flexor.
If you're passing the house on the corner, you think no one's home.
Good, and even though your bottom leg isn't doing anything here, I really want you to stretch it. So point the toe, think about keeping it nice and long. Good, let's extend our right leg up, flex the foot so we stretch out our hamstring. If you need a little bit more leverage in the stretch, you can also take your left leg to the bent position, and that'll just allow you to drive the leg in a little bit more. Good, now keeping this stretch, we're going to bend the left leg. Foot comes onto the mat. Deepen the stretch. And then release. Cross that leg over the other one for figure 4. And then we're going to thread the needle, stretching out our glute, opening our hip.
Keep on passing the house on the corner. There's no
And if it feels good, you can rock side to side, just a gentle rock.
when I feel there is no nation, waving with the weight, bodies in the basement. And when you swing my way, wait, no, bodies in the basement. When I feel
Uncross those legs. Bring the right leg out long. Left leg comes into the chest. Stretching out our hip flexor. Same thing here. Think about getting longer with that right leg. Pointing the toes. Nice. Reach the leg to your thigh. And let's bend the right leg, deepen the stretch. Nice, and then release, cross it over, open the left knee to the side, thread the needle, plug everything in, maybe rock side to side. I just like the way that feels to massage out our lumbar spine. And then uncrossing the legs, bringing both knees into the chest. Getting nice and close. And then starting a rock and roll back and forth. Really slow to start. Massaging out your spine. And then gradually coming up to a seated position. And whenever you're here, crossing out the ankles. And then a couple ways you can come up to stand. You can simply stack your legs, plant your palms, tuck your toes, come up. Or you can try to come up with light fingertips using your core. Maybe no hands. Lots of different options to come up to standing. So I'm gonna try, I may try the no hands one today. We'll see if I can do it. There we go. All right. And we are all done for tonight. I hope you had a great Pilates class. It was really nice to see everyone's face, or whoever is on camera at least. Again, my name's Joanna. It was such a fun time to be here tonight, and I'm already looking forward to next Tuesday night. Are there any questions at all?
Joanna, that was great. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. And I'm getting a couple messages here too. So thank you. Thanks, everyone. If you need to reach me for any reason, I am on Instagram. I'm at Joanna Marie Fit. If you have any suggestions for class or any areas you want to work on, I'd be happy to incorporate that into the classes. So I will see everyone next week. Bye.
Thanks, Joanna. Good night.
Night.